I'm Stacey Hughes, and I'm a teacher trainer in the Professional Development Services Department at Oxford University Press. This is the second in a series of 6 practical video blogs about issues related to culture. With each vlog, there's also a handout with an activity you can use in class. In my previous vlog, I introduced the idea of culture and why we should teach it. Today, I'm focusing on classroom culture. Have you ever gone into a new class full of ideas and activities only to have them fall flat? Maybe you felt some resistance to what you were doing, or the students didn't engage with the activities like you thought they would. One common teacher complaint is that students don't want to speak together in pairs or groups. Another is that they don't see the point of peer review or self-study. This resistance could stem from a distrust of the teacher or the methods. This distrust comes from not meeting deep-seated cultural expectations about what is good teaching and learning. This plays out at a subconscious level. If the student thinks a good teacher makes me do a lot of exercises and stands up in front of the class the whole time and corrects every student, but the teacher decides to put the students into groups, the teacher mills around to check on progress and answer questions and doesn't correct anything, then the student is going to distrust that teacher's methods. That is, unless he's made aware of why the teacher is doing that and how it's helping him. For some students and teachers, good teaching means the teacher gives the students knowledge. So the teacher is the expert and the students learn from this expert. Good learning in this case might involve knowing all the rules or being able to provide all the right answers. For others, the definition of a good teacher might be one who helps students discover knowledge. So the teacher is more like a guide who leads the students. A good learner might be one who asks questions and communicates well, even if not accurately. So these are just 2 examples, and for other students and teachers, good teaching and learning may mean something else entirely. The important point is that if there is a mismatch between what the students think is good teaching and learning and what the teacher thinks of as good teaching and learning, then there's likely to be a problem. So how can we find out if our expectations and those of the students are the same? And if they aren't, how can we reach a happy compromise? Well, the first thing to do is to figure out your own expectations. Start by brainstorming what a good teacher is and what a good student is. I've done one for myself. You will have some pedagogical reasons for your ideas, as well as basing them in part on your own experiences as a learner. So you might even remember a teacher that you admired and that you want to emulate. The next thing is to find out your students' views using the same brainstorm format. Have a look at your handout for complete instructions. Once groups have made their list, ask them to share them with the rest of the class. Encourage students to ask each other questions about their lists if they are very different, and show them your brainstorm and discuss any differences or similarities. It's important not to suggest that any ideas are right or wrong. The important thing here is to raise awareness about what makes good teaching and learning. And even if the lists are very different, that tells us something about expectations. Knowing those expectations helps us understand our students better and helps students understand us as teachers better too. This understanding can have powerful implications. When I did this activity with my students many years ago, one of my groups said that a good teacher is one who inspires. And I had never thought of myself as anything as grand as inspirational, but I really took that comment to heart and tried to become a teacher who inspired her students to learn. My methods, or my techniques really, didn't change all that much, but my motives did, and lessons became a richer experience for me and my students. I'd just like to add that sometimes as a teacher you have to introduce new ways of doing things a little bit at a time. If the class is resistant to an activity, the activity type that you think is important for them, introduce it gradually with lots of familiar types as well. Follow a new type of activity by asking, why did we do that? What did that help you do? I hope you found this blog useful, and don't forget to download your handout with a couple of ready-made activities that you can use in class to introduce the idea of classroom culture. In my next vlog, I'll be talking about another cultural theme, everyday life. Until next time, bye!